Imagine a night, darker than any you've ever seen, where the moon hides behind a shroud of clouds and the stars refuse to twinkle. The air is thick with an oppressive silence, broken only by the distant hoot of an owl. This is no ordinary night. This is a night in a town that's been swallowed by the wilderness, a town that exists more in whispers and hushed tales than in reality. Nestled in the heart of an ancient forest, this town is bathed in a darkness that's more than just the absence of light. It's a darkness that seeps into the soul, a darkness woven with threads of the supernatural. Stories of apparitions and strange occurrences are as much a part of this town as the moss-covered stones that line its deserted streets. Tonight, the air is electrified with an anticipation that pricks the skin and makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. Tonight, the veil between the living and the dead thins, creating a bridge to the other side. The spirits that roam this town are stirring, restless, eager to share their tales. In the heart of this town, an old house stands. It's a house that has witnessed centuries, a silent sentinel to the town's eerie past. This house is more than just bricks and mortar. It's a keeper of secrets, a storyteller, a house that's about to tell its tale. This isn't just any house, it's a house with a heartbeat of its own. Imagine an old Victorian-style mansion, seemingly lifted from another era. Its towering silhouette looms against the backdrop of the moonlit sky, an imposing structure that dares anyone to cross its threshold. The house stands like a forgotten monument, a relic from a time long past. The paint is peeling, the roof tiles are cracked and weather-worn, and the windows, oh the windows. They are like eyes, staring out into the world with a haunting emptiness. But within these walls the house is very much alive. As you step onto the porch, the wooden planks groan under your weight, echoing through the silence of the night. The wind whispers secrets through the cracks in the walls, sending chills down your spine. The eerie stillness is occasionally broken by the creaking of the old stairs, a sound that seems to echo the house's own heartbeat. The house holds a history of strange occurrences. Muffled voices, laughter, and even cries of despair have been heard echoing through its empty halls. Objects move on their own, disappearing and reappearing in the most unexpected places. The air is thick with an energy that's hard to describe but impossible to ignore. Tonight, an unsuspecting visitor steps onto the scene. Drawn by the house's mysterious aura, they're about to experience firsthand the peculiar phenomena that have made this dwelling infamous in local lore. The house, like a living entity, seems to sense its new guest, its heartbeat quickening in anticipation. As our visitor turns the knob, the front door creaks open with an almost welcoming moan. The house seems to breathe in deeply, as if savoring the arrival of its newest guest. The air feels colder, the wind whispers louder, and the stairs creak in eager anticipation. Our visitor steps into the house, completely unaware of what's about to unfold. The house welcomes its guest with a cold, eerie silence. Our curious visitor steps deeper into the house, his heart pounding with a mix of excitement and fear. The house is a museum of the forgotten, filled with relics of a bygone era. Dust-laden portraits gaze down at him from their lofty positions, their eyes seeming to follow him as he moves through the rooms. As he ventures further, he begins to notice oddities that pique his interest. A book on a shelf suddenly flips open, its pages rustling as if caressed by an unseen hand. The visitor stares, his breath hitching in his throat, but he shakes it off, attributing it to a draft. Continuing his exploration, he enters a room where an antique chandelier hangs heavily from the ceiling. As he steps into the room, the lights flicker ominously, casting eerie shadows that dance on the walls. He pauses, his skin prickling with unease, as a chill runs down his spine. He decides to press on, his curiosity stronger than his fear. As he wanders through the labyrinthine corridors, he feels a presence, a spectral whisper that seems to echo through the house. It's faint, like a breath of wind, but there's a certain cadence to it, a rhythm that suggests words. He strains his ears, trying to make out the whispers, but they remain tantalizingly out of reach, a secret just beyond his comprehension. The house seems to come alive around him, its ancient walls whispering tales of the past. Objects move on their own, lights continue to flicker, and the faint whispers grow louder, more insistent. Despite the unsettling occurrences, the visitor cannot shake off the strange allure of the house. He pauses, his heart pounding in his chest as he listens to the house breathing around him. The whispers fade, replaced by an uncanny silence that seems to swallow all sound. His breath comes in short, sharp gasps as he waits, each second stretching into an eternity. And then, in the chilling silence, he hears a child's laughter echoing from upstairs. Our visitor, now a prisoner in the house, decides to investigate the laughter. A laughter that is too innocent for the atmosphere of such a place. A laughter that echoes through the cold, dark corridors, bouncing off the worn-out wallpaper and peeling paint. A laughter that is as chilling as it is childlike. Our visitor, curiosity piqued and heart-pounding, follows the source of the sound. A spectral figure, a child, appears and disappears at will, as if playing a twisted game of hide-and-seek. The child's eyes, if you can call them that, are hollow, yet they hold a strange, haunting allure. The ghost child's laughter fills the air once again, a cruel mockery of the joyous sound that should be. The visitor's heart races, the adrenaline rushing through their veins, their breath ragged. The dread, the cold dread, fills their being, chilling them to their core. They can almost feel the icy touch of the ghost child's fingers, hear the rustle of her spectral dress. The laughter continues, a constant reminder of their captivity and the terror that accompanies it. The visitor, now terrified beyond belief, decides that enough is enough. They must escape. They run towards the front door, the one they entered through, but it's locked. They try the windows, but they won't budge. They run from room to room, door to door, but find each exit mysteriously locked. They're trapped, a prisoner in this haunted house with only the ghost child for company. The visitor's heart pounds in their chest, their breath comes in short gasps, their mind races with fear. The laughter, that chilling laughter, follows them wherever they go, a constant reminder of the ghost child's presence. The house, once a refuge from the storm, has now become a prison, a place of horror. But in this house, escape is not an option. The real horror is just about to begin. In the face of fear, our visitor must confront the ghost. Our hero stands on the precipice of the unknown, a sliver of moonlight slicing through the darkness, illuminating the ghost child. The air is thick with silence, only the distant echoes of ticking from an ancient grandfather clock punctuating the stillness. The ghost child, ethereal and delicate, a wisp of a memory lost in time, stares back with hollow eyes. A silent showdown ensues between the living and the spectral, a dance of fate that will reveal the dark history of the house. Our visitor, the embodiment of courage and curiosity, steps forward, his heart pounding like a drum against his chest. He musters the strength to converse with the ghost child, his voice a mere whisper in the engulfing darkness. Through the spectral veil of the afterlife, the ghost child begins to speak. Her voice, soft and eerie, tells a tale of a tragic past, a life cut too short, and a curse that has kept her spirit trapped in the house. Her story is one of sorrow and regret, a tale as old as the house itself. The house, once a symbol of joy and love, had become a prison for her. A fire, a tragic accident had claimed her life, leaving her spirit trapped in the house. Her cries for help, her tears, her fear, all echoed through the house, manifesting in the unsettling occurrences our visitor had experienced. Our visitor, now understanding the tragic tale, feels a chill run down his spine. The ghost child, her story told, her pain shared, begins to fade. The curse, it seems, was to find someone to share her story, to understand her pain, and to acknowledge her existence. The showdown ends not with a fight, but with an understanding, a shared sorrow, and a promise to remember the ghost child. And as dawn breaks, our visitor is finally allowed to leave, forever marked by the night of terror. As our visitor escapes, another tale begins to unfold in a neighboring town. A place cloaked in mystery and whispered legends, where towering trees cast long, monstrous shadows. A haunted forest, known for its strange disappearances. Hikers gone without a trace, campfires left smoldering in the chilling silence. A place where the rustling leaves whisper stories of the vanished. But that's a tale for another time. Until then, remember, not all is as it seems in the dark of the night.